Sunrise on top of a sleeping giant. Tough to beat that.
Selamat pagi!
Good morning, guys, and right now just behind us here is Mount Agung, a powerful volcano that 2 years ago basically closed down air travel completely to Bali and scared off a lot of tourism from this area. But today's video is going to show you that not only is this area safe, it is extraordinarily beautiful, and if you don't come to Karangasem during your visit, you are missing out on one of the main attractions to Bali. One thing you need to know about this gate and this staircase is that it must be one of the most busy sunrise spots on the entire island. Like, I'm not kidding. It's so far from most of the main areas people stay in, and yet it still gets a massive crowd. So what you need to do, we only waited 10 minutes to get our video and photo. We got here right at the crack of sunrise, so make sure you don't delay. So you might be wondering why I'm wearing this.
This one over here is called udang, and the one on the waist is saron.
Bali is a Hindu island, and the udang is so that you can concentrate when you come to the temple, so you can stay focused. And in the Hindu belief, the legs are where the evil lies, and so by wrapping yourself with a sarong, you are controlling the evil when you come here to the holy place, to the temple, and when you leave renewed, refreshed, and as a new man. Or woman.
A woman.
We caught sunrise, and now we've just gotten back to our hotel, which I can only compare it to the Garden of Eden. Let me show you around. The most beautiful hotel that I've had the privilege of staying in here in Bali. It is this incredible eco-style luxury hotel, all tucked away, hidden in Sidamin, Bali. Incredible rice terrace views. You can actually see the locals out there working. What I love about Sidamin, as you've seen in some of my previous videos, is the local culture is still intact. It's not been overtaken by tourism, and so you see so much of the things that make Bali special still here, authentically practiced. We just basically came back for a quick breakfast, and we're back on the road because our next stop is taking us to the Blue Lagoon. And welcome to Padong Bay. Most people, including myself, didn't know this existed. Just finished up in the water, and here is what's waiting. We got some chicken, we got banana leaf plates, chilies, which Kathy will not be touching.
I'm so hungry, I will try everything.
So we just watched the sunset from our beautiful poolside villa. This has to be the most incredible view in the entire world. And I'm not even sugarcoating it. If I could choose anywhere to stay, I think it'd be right here in this exact room with this exact view. We're gonna go grab some food now. The restaurant is like all of 5 meters away. It's just right over there. What's kind of ironic is Mount Agung is the thing that many tourists have feared in this region, but it's actually the reason this region has so much life. It is what gives birth to all of this incredible greenery that you see from the rice field, the palm trees. It's what makes Bali so beautiful. Bali deservingly has been getting a bad rep for plastic pollution, but actually one of the really cool things is that you don't hear a lot about is that they're actually making really big strides to get rid of single-use plastics. All of your convenience stores, grocery stores, they don't have plastic bags anymore. A lot of restaurants are not using straws anymore. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement here, but it's cool to see that they're tackling it step by step. This is Romantic Dinners 101. The harder it is to see your food, the more romantic it is. So baby, let's turn things up.
No, let's turn things down.
Wow, the romance level just went up a notch. We're gonna have to get that light turned back on. After 45 minutes of yoga, I think we have something to share with you. Let's do this.
We're ready. We're pros now.
Point out the east. No.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We're gonna be traveling all along this east side here today. We've been here in Bali part-time for a year and a half, and I've been coming here for 4 years, yet I don't know the side of the island. And this here is Buri.
Hi guys.
So we've just arrived here at Samsara Living, and this is an experience all focused on the traditional side of the Balinese culture. Bagus! Back in the day, that is how they used to prepare rice. I have no rhythm in my bones, but if I did, I would dance to that. You don't want to see that. So right now, we are going to get changed into, is it traditional style?
Traditional sarong, Balinese traditional.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope you are.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, okay.
We're about to try on Balinese traditional clothing that was handmade, and it apparently took over a year to finish some of these outfits, so let's see what my Balinese girlfriend looks like. This entire room is full of the 14 stages of a Balinese person's life. Is that how you would best describe it?
Rite of passage, we can say.
From birth at the end of that room all the way to stage 14, which is when somebody passes away. And one of them that kind of stood out is this one right here, Metata.
Matata. Tooth filing.
In the Hindu belief, it's said that the teeth are kind of like one of the 6 sins. And so by filing it down a little, it allows you to go into marriage, into adulthood with your self-controlled.
Every Balinese person, before they entering the marriage life, they gotta be performing this kind of ceremony.
Wow. Just wow. I have nothing I've ever done to compare to that.
Yeah, it was so unique and so complex but beautiful at the same time. I was really confused at some point.
When she started to tap an egg on my foot and then your shoulders, like there's just so much intricacy into that ceremony, and it was beautiful to experience it. And you know what's really standing out to me about this place is that it's not touristy. We're the only ones here right now.
They are sharing their religion because this kind of ritual is not only for people that practice Hindu religion, it can be for anyone. And I just find it so beautiful that they're open to share that.
They're very open. I feel like we've had a truly Balinese experience here today.
So we're gonna see the process of making Balinese liquor. We call it arak.
And are we gonna try it?
We're gonna try that.
Okay.
Fire arak.
The fire arak, that's what we need. How it works is they basically put coconuts to ferment for 2 to 3 days, and then from there they're put over fire. The fire creates steam. Steam runs up a bamboo, and then from there it drips all the way down there, and while it's dripping it's actually cooling. It drips into this bottle, and now you've got fermented arak. They just lit the arak on fire. That is how strong the first bottle that drips down is. And then as you progressively get to the next bottle, the alcoholic percentage drops. But we're not here to mess around. Bon salong.
Oh, actually it's not bad. Good. I do feel it here.
We're gonna graduate now to the strong one. So that was one of like the 3rd or 4th bottles. Now, bottle number 1. You're not gonna have any?
No,
okay.
I don't want.
So that leaves one of us. Oh my god. Wow. That one's like, my mouth feels like the blue fire. Max, you're not supposed to have 10 of them. Put that thing back. This music's starting to sound really good. Ooh, yum, leaf. My favorite. So nice that we all got to dress up traditionally. Balinese style, and this is a lombok. Cross-legged, no cutlery today. If you want rice, just grab a little piece of it. If you want some chicken, grab a skewer. So this is dalawar, and dalawar is coconut, meat, and a bit of spices all mixed up, chopped together, and flour. Really good. What have I done? And I finally made it here, the Tirtha Ganga, the king's bathtub. Cassie, holy crap, you almost knocked me in. This is the King's Palace. The royal family still lives here, but they're not technically part of the kingdom anymore. They're just a rather elite family. And our last stop. This used to be a holding place for people who practice black magic. They were all locked up here, but then the king was like, why would I lock up people in the most beautiful place? Which I can see why he decided to reclaim the land for his own use. And we are back in Sidamin at the hotel. Put your arms up, roller coaster.
That was a short trip.
I wish it was longer. This is absolutely incredible drone flying right here. If you're wanting to come to Karangasam, like that's the reason. It's to get away from all the busyness, to be able to see nature in its finest, untouched Balinese culture. It's so pristine. And this region itself, I mean, amongst the mountains, the greens, it's one of my favorite places on planet Earth. Our guides today were explaining that two of the main practices that the locals do to this day in Sidamin are going to be the rice work and as well working with weaving. And they're actually making sarongs. Good morning, buenos dias. So this morning we woke up bright and early to enjoy a infinity pool floating breakfast here at the hotel. And now we're getting the full spa treatment this morning. This is such an epic start to the day. Avocado and toast? Good. Avocado smoothie? Pretty good. Avocado scrub? Now that's where it's at. We're about to go river rafting. Right now we are about halfway through the 15 kilometers of rapids. This is something I wouldn't have originally thought to do here in Bali, but it's a must do if you're coming here. And you get to see one of the most beautiful sides of Bali, the untouched Karangasam nature. This surpasses my expectations tenfold. I'm loving this. The final temple stop of this Karangasam trip is right here to the Mother Temple, the largest temple complex on the entire island. Now, one really crazy thing about it that you can't see right now is that right behind me is Mount Agung. And one really crazy thing is that in 1963, Mount Agung had a 1-year-long eruption. It was going off for an entire year. And with that, it actually started on the same day the people in this village were beginning their 100-year celebration. With the Balinese being extremely superstitious, they actually believed they had angered Agung, that they had angered the spirits, and that was the reason for the eruption, was because they had chosen the wrong day to begin their 100-year celebration. Just a small piece of history behind this incredible monument right here. Cheers! I never thought I'd be doing this, but we are currently at a winery here in Karangasam. This is Raphael, and she is from France, and she's going to be sharing with us some of the wines here. Tennis ball, cotton swab, royal oak. All Kathy could taste was peach. It takes a master sommelier such as myself to know good wine. But we are now going to be trying 3 different wines, and the cool thing is we're pairing them with Indonesian food, which I have never had wine and Indonesian food at once.
Yeah, me either. But I'm sure it's gonna be incredible because the wine quality,
so far it's been really good.
It's been great.
So this is our first pairing. We've got here a white wine with kind of like an Indonesian sweet potato yam. The owner actually has brought over a lot of the practices from France. All the state-of-the-art equipment is here, but they have their own unique spin. They've got some unique grapes that they grow here, as well as some different methods so that they can survive the harsh heat. This and the wine together, huge thumbs up for number 1. The next on our culinary journey, this is minced chicken wrapped with a crepe. I'm just loving life right now.
Something that you should know when you do wine tasting is that first you need to try the wine before the food, then you eat the food, and then you taste the wine again to see what's gonna be the big change. I know, raspberry.
Oak.
You don't smell that raspberry?
I have a terrible sense of smell. Ever since I was born, it's always been a weakness of mine. This is so sad. Was she right? Was she right? I thought she was just BSing, but fair enough.
No.
We do aging with oak, and oak gonna bring the vanilla flower.
I said oak.
I said
Always
vanilla.
guess oak. We nailed it. Together. Teamwork. We've had a kind of negative experience with the Balinese wine scene. But in all fairness, we've been ordering the cheaper wines at some of the restaurants we visited. But this wine right here is actually not that expensive. We're talking about $15 US for a bottle. I think I'm gonna start drinking wine again in Bali. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little tipsy. I had 4 or 5 glasses. And they just gave us a bottle of wine as a little sayonara gift. I guess this is a perfect time to end the video. Karangasem has been freaking amazing. Like, romantic, relaxing, beautiful. Everything I wanted from a trip in Bali has been right here, and this is kind of like a lesser known guide to Bali. I want to say a big thank you to Wonderful Indonesia for sponsoring today's video. They have showed us an amazing itinerary. And lastly guys, if you enjoyed today's video, hit the subscribe button because I post new videos every single Saturday. My whole life goes into this. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. It actually makes a really big difference. Let's get lost again in the next one.